week is activate and action, taking action in our body. And so just to kind of frame the flow today, it is going to be more of a, I don't want to say core too much because we probably will only do one little moment of like a traditional core exercise, but it's going to be core centric in the sense of using those strong lines of energy from our top to our bottom, which is held in the middle by our core. And so if you are one of those folks who needs to modify for whatever reason, I'm going to ask you to really kind of feel in yourself, when I say a movement for the group, if you know that movement is not appropriate for you for whatever reason, just hold tight and I'm going to jump in with a modification afterwards. So I just want to kind of put that out there because I can think of like 4 or 5 different places where I do want to offer a modification for whether it could be for any reason, low back issues, pregnancy, post-pregnancy. So, if you know that something's going on and you don't want to do a move, don't do it, and we'll get to it. So then back to the theme, activate. Beyond our body, what I really think about this is the sense of being able to make a decision. So being really strong and present in your body so that you can make a decision. And I think that's really interesting this year because it's been a hard year for decisions. There's either been really challenging decisions put at us, or you can't really make decisions because things are in such flux. So, what I keep coming back to is the sense of, taking action with what we have, not trying to change everything, but what we have and what we need to do right now. And so those things are, possibly staying home or possibly changing how you're approaching immediate life because of everything going on. So again, we're going to just focus on the body as we move today. We'll all start seated. So go ahead. I see some littles all over. It's really great. I love it. So go ahead, and dogs. Go ahead and bring your hands onto your knees. Sit up tall. Close your eyes. And today with your breath, what I really would love for you to do is just take big inhales and big exhales. Expansive inhales, expansive exhales. And again, it doesn't have to be mouth or nose. It could be a combination of both. And just start there. While you're taking these breaths, let yourself just bring your mental awareness to the space of your solar plexus. So that's above belly button, below rib cage. This sense of action, of strength, holds us together, moves us forward. So you don't really need to do anything right now. I just want you to breathe and then bring your awareness there. And now I want you to inhale and really expand your diaphragm region right below your rib cage, really expand it on your inhale. And on your exhale, I want to pull everything tight at the core, including lifting pelvic floor. And do that a few more times. You don't need to count, just big inhale, expand in all directions. Exhale, pull in, keep going. Do 2 more breaths like that. And then you can open your eyes. We're going to do a little Kapalabhati breath. Some of you have done this before. So the people that it's not appropriate for are for sure pregnant folks, not appropriate. And then people with high blood pressure. Then I'm going to ask you to not do this as well. Everyone else, including post-pregnancy, should be able to do this. And we're all going to do it a little slower than I have taught it in classes before. Just to make sure it's appropriate for everyone since we're not in the same room. So go ahead and bring your hands onto your knees and you can sit up tall, and you really don't need to look, but sometimes it might just be helpful. So you're going to take a big inhale and a big exhale. And you can just do this with me. Take one more big inhale. On an exhale, exhale halfway. Inhale just a little bit, and on your next exhale, pull your belly button to your spine. Inhale just a little bit, exhale, pull your belly button to your spine. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Really focus on the core. I'm going to start to do it so you can hear in case you're not quite getting it. Keep going. So there's this forceful core activated exhale. The inhale is just a little bit, and we really focus on that exhale. If you are pregnant or have the high blood pressure and have skipped this, then I want you just to go back to the big inhale on your diaphragm and the big exhale drawing in. So do this for a few more moments. And if your abdominals start to get a little tired, or you want to stop, see if you can go just a little bit longer than that. We want to kind of build a little bit of energetic endurance. The Kapalabhati is intended to free up energy from the tailbone all the way to the crown of the head. Start to slow your breath down. And on an inhale, draw your arms overhead. Exhale, draw them to your heart. Do that 2 more times, eyes closed. Inhale. Exhale. One more like that. Good. Take that energy and very mindfully move to the top of your mat. Hands and knees. We're going to do some cow and cat. So with your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, inhale into your cow. Exhale, round into cat. Keep going. On your inhale, really expand through your solar plexus. On your exhale, pull your belly in just like you did through your breath. Inhale, open. Exhale. Couple more. Last cycle. Inhale into neutral spine. Exhale, downward facing dog.
push your hands into the mat, lift your hips to the sky, stretch. Maybe pedal out your legs, feel your body right now in this moment. Inhale, forward into plank. So this would be a place to modify, and I would actually just go for a hands and knees if you need to modify. Otherwise, stay in plank, and we're going to hold. 3 more long breaths. Push the mat away, pull your belly in, lift your upper back just a bit, and breathe. Take another full breath. On an exhale, downward dog. Inhale, forward into plank. Exhale, straight into downward dog. So that's going to be the flow. A couple more like that. On your next exhale, come down into a downward dog. Bend your knees so your hips are high. And then come all the way into plank. So you're going to come back into this crouching downward dog, into plank. So if you've been modifying this whole time, maybe you start doing one leg, one arm, and down, other leg and arm. So do this a couple more times. Crouching down, moving forward. And then the next time you come into plank, drop your knees and lower all the way to your belly. Unless you're not coming onto your belly, then do a cow pose, hands and knees. Come into Sphinx pose, lift your head, open your heart, push the tops of your feet down. Take this time to not only stretch your back, but to open up through your belly. On an exhale, push hands down, come to downward dog. One full breath here. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend knees, look past hands. Inhale, hop or walk to the front of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, stand tall and just be here for a moment. Push your feet down, lift the crown of your head up. Feel steady and wide awake. Now step your feet as wide as your mat, and maybe that's a little too wide, so you'll just have to adjust based on your body. And come into a chair / squat. So it's going to be a little bit more like a squat. Toes are pretty much ahead. If you need to turn them out a little bit, if that eases any tension in your knees, then do that. Sit like this. We want to make a little bit of space for our body with the thighs, so we do want them a little bit wider. Sit your seat back more so that your knees are not too far over your toes. And then reach your arms forward, pull your belly in, and let some heat build. This is called bear pose. So if it helps you kind of call on the energy of a bear, I've been making a lot of animal sounds in my household these days. Everyone's on mute, go for it. So stay like this, or start to pull like a rope, like you were climbing a rope in this kind of horizontal plane. Start to kind of pull something that you need towards you. Couple more breaths. Try to build some heat. Really feel it in your body. And then bring your hands to your heart, forward fold, relax neck. Being active requires balance, otherwise you'll just burn out. So always give yourself the rest you need. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back plank. Full inhale, plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, or take a modified flow for your body. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, round like a cat. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, and place foot in between hands. If you need blocks here for a moment to really get steady through the legs, do that. Lift your heart, activate back leg. Now push into both feet to rise up high lunge. Get low in that right thigh. Super strong and steady through the back leg. All 10 toes point straight ahead. Take a full inhale. Exhale, lean forward. Try to be easy on your shoulders. We're in a projected lunge now. So reach forward, but be gentle with yourself. On an exhale, you're going to swim your arms back. Inhale, swim them forward. Back. And forward. Keep going like this. Again, activate, get steady, be present and ready. Inhale, sweep up high lunge, really open through the chest and the belly. Exhale, hands frame, right foot, step back and flow. Meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, round. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, round. Keep going. Last time, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through to hands. Take a moment with hands down so that you can really press into legs, activate back leg, energize from the ground up to rise up high lunge. Front knee like a square, back leg super straight, chest lifted, arms beside ears. Take a full breath. Full inhale. Exhale, lean forward. Make room for yourself. Take a big inhale. Exhale, swim arms back. So your projected lunge with swimming arms. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, back. Keep going. Really feeling your own strength. One more. Inhale, reach arms to sky, high lunge. Exhale, hands down, step back to flow. Heart open, downward dog. Full breath here. And then take two more to just check in. Where is your body? Where is your energy? How can your breath connect the two to find more balance? Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend knees, look past hands. Inhale, hop to the front of your mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Step your feet wide again. So we're going to kind of build on a couple different movements here, all to activate through the center. So feet wide, bend the knees, kind of like a chair, but not so low. I actually might need to step back. I've got a bookshelf in front of me. So rearrange so there's a little room. And we're just going to take opposite hand, opposite foot, and then down and down. So it doesn't really have to be that fancy. And a little bend to the knees so it's an inside of your foot towards your hand. And it doesn't have to be the knee or the foot so high. You can let the hand kind of meet it where it is. If anyone feels that it's appropriate for them to make this a little jump, it's more of like a hop jump. It wouldn't be like a running kite type jump. And you could integrate that into some of your dance moves this week. I do. So a couple more of these. And once again, just stand. Eyes open or closed, whatever feels most comfortable right where you are. That presence, the ability to move forward. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, flow. Modify as needed. Full breath in downward dog. So we're going to go through a similar movement to our plank flow, and I'll give a modification in a moment. So option one is to repeat what we've done. Inhale, plank, exhale, dog. So that's your modification. Or I'm sorry, that's your first option. Your second option is inhale, plank, exhale, opposite hand to foot. Inhale, plank, opposite hand to foot. Inhale, plank, and then continue. The modification is going to be hands and knees, just touch shoulder, opposite shoulder. So there's lots of reasons you would take the modification: wrist issues, shoulder, low back. So keep going, a few more of these. One more full cycle. And then in plank, lower all the way down. So again, if this is not appropriate for you, stay in a cow of a cat-cow for the back bend. Otherwise, if you're laying on your belly, bring your arms as wide as your shoulders, elbows up, and then widen your feet just a little bit as well. Inhale, peel your heart open for this cobra variation. Exhale, lower down. Keep going. Few more like this. On your next exhale, push your hands to move to downward facing dog. Breathe in downward dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold here in plank, one breath, knee to nose. And then set your foot down. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Exhale here. Inhale, and exhale, lean forward. Projected warrior. No movement, just breath. Gather energy on your inhale. Exhale, lift up, warrior three. Lift your left heel as high as your hips. Energize from crown of head to left foot. All that steadiness in between. Take a full breath. On an exhale, bend your right knee, send your left toes back, high lunge. So we're going to do that 2 more times, just one breath for each movement. I'll guide you through. Big inhale, reach. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, gather energy. Exhale, warrior three. Big inhale here. Exhale, bend knee, left toes down. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale here. Exhale, lift up with less momentum. Big inhale. Exhale, high lunge. We'll do it one more time for good measure. Big inhale. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale here. Exhale, warrior three. Full inhale. Exhale, step it back. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, hands down to flow. And again, assess your energy. The intention is not to burn up. Maybe you've had a lot of heat and fire and stress today already. So just know that and balance with your tools. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. One more and we'll hold. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose and hold in plank. And set your foot in between the hands. Get really steady through the legs. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Stay here as you connect to your foundation. Full inhale. Exhale, lean forward. Big breath. On an exhale, move forward into warrior three. And this one we're gonna hold for about 3 breaths. Turn your right toes down. Lift the heel as high as your hips. Energize from crown of head to arch a foot. We don't want to send all of our energy away. Rather keep it close. One more breath. Full inhale. Exhale, step back, high lunge. Good, so now we'll flow with the breath. Big inhale here. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, gather energy. Exhale, warrior three. Wobble as needed. Full inhale. Exhale, high lunge. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale here. Exhale, lift off. Full inhale. Exhale, land back foot. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale here. Exhale, lift off. Just one inhale in your warrior three. Exhale, high lunge. Take a moment to get grounded. I'm wobbling around over here. Full inhale. On your next exhale, hands down to flow. And breathe in your downward dog. Feel your body. Assess where you're at. Make the decision to take care of yourself if needed. Inhale, lift heels. Exhale, bend knees, look past hands. Inhale, hop forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. So last cycle here in our kind of squat variations that we've done so far. So once again, I do want kind of a standard squat, generally toes pointing forward unless it feels better on your body to turn them out. And then just go into your squat first. So I'll just say now, those of you who are modifying, you can just stand and squat. And maybe that feels really good for you right now. For anybody, that's where you go. Everyone else, come down into your squat. Keep your chest lifted, so we don't want to be too low, but you do want your seat back. So this is going to be your inhale. Your exhale is going to be stand, elbow to knee, twist. Inhale back into squat. Exhale, stand and touch. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So on that last movement we did, opposite hand to foot, we weren't really reaching the foot that high. It was kind of just meet in the middle. Now, if you're doing this variation, I want you to try to bring your knee pretty high. Keep going a couple more rounds. Do 3 more to each side. One more cycle. And when you're done, again, just stand. Let it all fall away. Except for that energy of action, of ability, of strength, clarity, motivation. Take another breath here. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, step back. So this is also our last cycle of plank variations. So I think it will be better to give the modification first. Everyone's going to bring their forearms down, and you can just everyone interlace your hands just for ease. So if you're modifying, you're in hands or elbows rather than knees. And then I just want you to lift a leg to the sky and then switch one at a time. Everybody else, you're going to go into a forearm plank. So shoulders over elbows, legs super strong. Notice if your hips are too high or too low. Pull your belly in, and then option 1 is stay here. Option 2 is tap to the sides. So that's all. Make sure you're using your breath. It's there to support you. It's there to take you forward, giving you life. Three more of these each side. Last cycle, rest in child's pose. So at this time, I'll just say, we've got some more energizing work to do. So use this rest as a time to balance, to really feel what you need, what you don't need, to direct your energy, to connect to your body. Maybe exhale out of the mouth for the next couple breaths, which is such a powerful way to find balance. It's something you can use at any time. Inhale into hands and knees. Exhale into downward dog. Pedal it out, kind of move it around. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it through to hands. Get strong in your lunge. Inhale, rise up. So somewhere we've been several times. So allow that familiarity to build confidence, a sense of knowing. Take another inhale. On an exhale, open up warrior 2. So right knee is forward like a square, back leg is straight, foot parallel to back edge of mat, and then kick that heel out just a little bit. Arms wide to the sides, right in line with your heart. So take a moment here, feeling your energy, directing your energy outward, but at the same time, pulling it back in. So you're not sending it all away, rather creating a balance between what you give and what you receive. On an inhale, peaceful warrior, right arm up and over. And then on an exhale, side angle pose. So right forearm to thigh to start. Lift your left shoulder, left arm overhead. And then check in that your front knee is a true square. Option to stay like this, or to add a little bit more energy in the core. Straighten your right arm inside of the knee and really twist open, using everything together. It's not one part of your body that does the work. Everything together to build communal strength. One more breath, stay low on that knee. Inhale, straighten front leg. Reach your right hand up and over for a reverse triangle. And then on an exhale, like someone's pulling your right hand forward, 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 land it onto your right shin and lift left arm up. So now we're in triangle pose. Both legs are straight. Stacking left shoulder on top of right. Once again, option to stay with hand down on chin, or as long as it feels safe in your belly, safe in your low back, lift front arm. That always puts a little pressure on my knee, my front knee, so I like to bend it just a little bit. One more breath here. Inhale, peaceful warrior, reach up. Exhale, hands frame front foot, flow to downward dog or skip that vinyasa, take a different route. Full breath, balancing. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, send it through to hands, lunge. Inhale, rise up. Take a moment to get steady. Again, the familiarity provides a space to move forward. Open up into warrior two and take a moment here. Make the left knee like a square, back leg straight, kick the heel out. Arms in line with your heart, parallel to the earth. Take a breath, filling up your physical space with your breath. Inhale, left hand up and over, peaceful warrior. Take one breath here. On your next exhale, land left forearm on that square front knee. Lift your right shoulder, side angle pose. So really twist belly button up. Find as much lift here as you do grounding. And then choose to stay like this or straighten left arm inside of knee for more activation. That activation calling on those quiet places that maybe didn't think they were going to be called out today. Underneath the layers. Keep lifting up as much as you're steady. Take another breath. Inhale, now peaceful triangle. Front leg straightens, left arm up and over. And then like someone's pulling your left hand, pull it forward as you send your hips back. Land on shin for triangle pose. Again, that energy upwards, equally important to the energy down. Choose to stay like this or lift left arm up and make the adjustments needed. Maybe you decide that that's not appropriate for you. Maybe you give a little bend to your front knee like I'll do. Keep breathing. Again, call on those parts of you that need a little bit of awakening. Inhale, bend front knee, peaceful warrior just for the inhale. Exhale, hands down to flow. Full breath, downward dog. Connect to your body, connect to this moment. Inhale, left leg high. Sorry, right leg, I'm doing left. Either leg is fine. Step it through. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Get steady. So hands to heart. I'm going to assume everyone's doing right leg. On an exhale, you're going to twist over the right leg. And if you need a little more space, you could do knee down and this open kind of twist here. Otherwise, back leg straight, elbow outside of knee, stay super long. Keep bending that front knee. Lengthen through crown of head. One more big breath. Fill up the spots that you haven't gotten to yet. As you twist and wring out, really fill up the spaces throughout your trunk with your breath. Inhale all the way around for warrior two. Take a moment to really ground your left heel, arms wide. Take your left hand to your left hip. Set your sights in front of right foot. So we're moving to Ardha Chandrasana. I know not everyone has blocks at home. If you do, grab one or just bring your hand outside of your right foot onto the ground, lifting your left leg. So a block, a book, a water bottle are all great options, or touching the ground. And then if you're touching the ground, you probably want to bend your right knee a little. Open up. Again, that lifting up and out, at the same time grounding down and staying steady. Breathe into the balance, to the requirement to stay active and present. Big inhale. Exhale, bend front knee, land back foot, warrior two for one breath. On an exhale, hands down to flow. Take a full breath. Recommit to following through. Inhale, left leg this time. Exhale, send it through to hands. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Get steady. Take up space. Moving into a twist. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, right elbow outside of left thigh. So again, that modification is back knee down and kind of opening up with your left hand onto the ground, so giving yourself a lot of room. Otherwise, your back leg is lifted, your elbow is hooked, lifting left shoulder higher. Again, take a big breath into the hidden spots. I need a little energy, need a little light. One more. Inhale all the way around into warrior two. Keep that left knee bent, right leg is straight now, arms wide. And then bring your right hand to your hip. Set your gaze in front of your left foot, block, water bottle, book. And then place the left fingertips down. Use a block or something to give yourself a little lift. Otherwise, left knee stays more bent as you touch the ground. And then find your right leg and lift it up more. Energize your toes, your fingers. Just like we practice in Warrior 3 early on, sending energy out and then bringing it back in. Our last standing pose. So really make it big in this last breath. Really spread out with your breath, your energy, taking up more space. On an exhale, ground down, Warrior 2, one breath here to reconnect. And then flow, hands frame left foot, last vinyasa. Stay in downward dog for a couple breaths. A place you've been throughout this practice to see how you feel right now. There doesn't need to be any judgment around it or even a conversation. Simply acknowledge. And then land your knees. Come onto your seat. So you're going to come onto your seat in the middle of your mat. Bring your feet down so that you've got a 90 or greater angle in your calves and your thighs. And then you're going to lean back here, kind of halfway. So we're just going to do some gentle movements. So this would be another place where if you're modifying, maybe you'll come to a cross-legged and just do some twisting like this. Otherwise, if it feels appropriate to you, you're going to lean back, bring your arms forward, and then you're just going to touch back behind you. So for me, it just happens to be right where the corner of my mat is. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. Do a couple more of these. Really just stay connected to the center, connected to the flow. And the next time your left arm reaches behind you, come back through center. Just lift up for a moment to give yourself a little cow-cat movement in your spine, resetting. And come onto your back. So a slow lower onto your back, laying all the way down. Do one more core-centered movement before we kind of twist and rest. So you can just leave your hands down by your hips. I should be able, you might not, you shouldn't need to look at the screen. You should be able to understand with my words. And then bring your knees like a little ball up towards your belly, but without using your hands. And then you're just gonna lift your tailbone up a little bit. So obviously you're using your core there, and pregnant folks don't do this. I'll give you something else. So lifting up, and then you're just gonna bring your toes to tap the edges of your mat. So a little bit wider, and then back up to a little ball, and then wider. So those of you who are pregnant, you can just do, again, hips down, or if you need a different modification, it doesn't have to be pregnancy. You're just gonna touch your toes. So do these a couple more, hips up, toes wide, hips up, Toes wide. We'll do about 5. And last one. Good. And then everyone bring your feet down to the wide edges of your mat. And let the knees windshield wiper right and left. So we are going to end with a bridge, and I'm just going to put it out there for those of you who are safe and understand how to do wheel in the space that you're in, meaning the kind of carpet or ground that you have. So I'm going to lead bridge, wheel only if it feels really safe and you know what you're doing. But we're going to give some space to the belly. So for bridge, bring your heels in, hands touch your heels, push your feet down and lift into bridge. So you could stay here and maybe pull on the edges of your mat or interlace your hands and walk your shoulders in. Push through your feet to give space to the belly, to the rib cage, to the heart. And then just like you've been intentional about your breath this whole class, be intentional about your breath right now, giving space and coming back to that sense of letting go. As I mentioned a couple different times, we can't always be active. There has to be rest, quiet. Take another big inhale. On an exhale, remove your hands or bring your chin to your chest out of wheel. Land down and just once again, windshield wiper your knees right and left. And then one at a time, slide your legs long into Shavasana. Make the arrangements that you need to just be. And if it feels like your mind is active, which it might be because we really stimulated the body, just bring your attention to the rise, inhale, and fall, exhale of your belly. Just bring your attention right there as it rises up, as it falls away. Up and away.
Take a deeper inhale. Exhale out of your mouth. Do that one more time and start to move fingers and toes. And start to roll to one side. Come up. With your eyes closed, sit super tall. Place your hands on your body wherever feels comfortable and natural to you. Feel the energy moving through your body. Feel the ability to be clear about what you need and the steps that you need to take to get there. The ability to make decisions that are best for you, your family, and your community. And to be active and take those actions in your heart, in your words, in your mind. Thanks so much for being here, everybody. Have a really great rest of your Tuesday.